Alright, welcome back everyone, it's a Code King Zaf here. It looks like I need to touch some grass 4 hours in, but I'm someone that doesn't like to gatekeep any information. When it comes to the guild boss right now, there's a little bit of a trick and exploit in a sense, right? And a bit of a damage, well, I guess let me just show you here, otherwise you won't really know what I'm talking about. So let's go to the guild boss. We're going to use a very unlikely combo when it comes to LENNART JINWOO and one of Jinwoo's ultimates that we really don't use too often. That being this ultimate right here. When it comes to Truth Mutilate, we are using this just because it does make the, I guess, the animation time longer when we use our ultimate. This skill, if you recall from the past, it takes so long to resolve. The animation is about like what, 30 seconds long. You just sit there, you can go for a leak and then come back and it's still activating the ultimate. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So as we jump into here, we want to use Lennart's ultimate and time it perfectly with Jinwoo's ult as well. That way, well, let me explain what happens here. So I'm going to jump in and show you exactly what I'm talking about, because when it comes to LENNART JINWOO, his ultimate and his skills deal damage over time. So we're going to jump in. Don't mind the setup here, I just have whatever I had equipped earlier, and I'm going to make sure our power gauge is charged up. I do have our ultimate set to manual just because I want to show you what I'm talking about, so give it a few seconds here. I'm going to charge up that juicy power gauge, then we're going to time our ultimate alongside LENNART JINWOO's to see what I'm even talking about, because right now you're probably asking yourself, Zaf, what are you even trying to get at here? You'll see. Once it's you, you'll be like, whoa, okay, hold on, now he's talking. And I do want to mention though, I do hope in the following weeks that NetMarble decides to change how the guild boss elements work. Right now it's fine. We do have the fire, water, wind cycle happening, which is always great, but I'm just still not a fan of the rotating elements every single week, but every single 2 weeks will be perfect. So our ultimate is about to come back up. Watch very carefully. Let me use a few skills here. Then we're going to time Lennart's ultimate and then use ours, which is exactly what we want here. Let me get a few more skills off here. I think the break phase is about to come up, which is fine. So watch very carefully. Okay, I'm going to use Lennart's ultimate. We're going to wait a second here, and then we're going to use Jinwoo's ult. Watch, we're going to use it here, and watch right here, Lennart is activating his ultimate during our ultimate cast. That is not supposed to happen. No other unit has this happen towards them, so this is why it's important, because we get more damage squeezed out, which is ideal. So this is a very interesting way to get more damage coming in, and you might say, well, Zaf, what's the point, right? Well, think about it. Towards the end of the battle, let's say you're about to hit a bit more rage, Lennart just uses ultimate, and it doesn't finish casting before the match does end, but if you time your ultimate right when Lennart uses his, well, not right when you use it, let me show you the timing, that we understand when to use it. And also I should mention, if you forgot to extend your support has been removed. That means you're not going to get the brand new code for 2,000 Essence Stones coming out, so that's why it's vital when the brand new support season starts on the 18th of this month to jump in and support us yet again. That we get all the brand new benefits. We have one code confirmed for 2,000 Essence and a bunch of other codes coming out. Every single season we get about 10 codes, so jump in and support us that way. You don't miss out on the benefits. Again, on the 18th, that is when you can jump in and support us again. And a huge shout out to Igris for Soldier, the first comment to our last video. Here's your shout out, bro, and enjoy that juicy Discord roll, of course. Again, we have to charge up a power gauge, but there is a specific timing you do have to do, otherwise, well, his ultimate will activate, and yours will not proc at the same time as his, so it'll happen after we use Jinwoo's ultimate, which is not ideal. So give me a few moments here to charge up that ultimate, and let me think, any topics I want to talk about while we charge this up. I would say right now, when it comes to the state of the game, if we want to yap out that, right now things are looking to be in a state of despair. I'm not gonna lie, we do have to wait to see what happens with the June dev stream coming out at the end of the month, where, I don't want to say it, but it's pretty much make or break at this point. The devs have to give us a ton of content, a ton of features. They cannot delay anything anymore. They delayed the shadows, they delayed the amplification system, they delayed the world ranking for POD. They've been delaying things non-stop, back to back to back. It's been never ending. So watch this. Okay, I'm going to time the ultimate very carefully. I'm going to use Lennart's ultimate right here, watch. So I'm going to use the back button, boom, and we're going to wait here. Wait until that says 16 seconds remaining for his ultimate to come back up, watch. his ultimate's gonna come back up in 16 seconds, and we're gonna watch right here. You see that his ultimate is casting. Then I use Jinwoo's ultimate, boom, I cast his, and watch very carefully right here, and Lennart's ultimate is activating, giving us that sweet, sweet, sweet bonus damage. So this actually does result in some more damage coming in, obviously, right? I can kind of show you the difference because, well, when it comes to Jinwoo's ultimate by himself, he doesn't deal too much damage. His ultimate is actually quite weak, so switching it to this version here is actually not a huge loss. You gain a lot more by having Lennart Nearman. Use his instead, trust me. It's a huge, huge difference. I'm going to show you one more time though with the timing, and also how much damage Jinwoo's ultimate does compared to when we use Lennart's ultimate. That we can actually see what the benefit is, of course. Alright, so right now we're at 545 million damage. Watch as I use my ultimate right here. Boom, ultimate comes out, and let's see how much damage we gain. We got some hits on the boss there, not a big problem. So when I use it, it's going to resolve, and when I see what our damage is going to be right here, let me pause it. So we got hardly a damage gain. What is that, like 20 million? Hardly? Not good at all. But now let's see what happens when I time the ultimate with Lennart's ultimate to see just how much damage we can gain compared to that measly 20 million damage result. Alright, so I'm going to use Lennart's ultimate right here. We're going to wait for that 16-second timer to come out. Watch. Okay, 16 seconds out. We are at 732 million. Let's see with the ultimate how much damage we deal. Let's hope it activated correctly. Boom, it did. So 732. Oh, look at that. And we also got the basic skill off as well, dealing a ton of damage. Oh, I love that. Watch. Whoa! We almost gained like 100 million damage just from that. Remember, we don't have the proper buffs, these stats, these skills here. We are just using this for demonstration purposes, and that was, what, like a 5 times damage result using this cute trick. So do keep that in mind. This is a good way to get more damage coming in when it comes to the guild boss when using Lennart Nearman. You just have to switch your ultimate, and as you saw earlier, the ultimate for Jinwoo deals close to no damage, so do not stress out. When it comes towards the end of the battle, and you use Lennart's ultimate, and then use Jinwoo's, you'll get so much more damage coming in, giving you a higher rage count, which is exactly what you want, because towards the end, you do get one ultimate off. But obviously if your hunters cannot attack, what's the point? But that's not the point. It is the fact that Lennart can still cast his skills, still cast his ultimate, and his basic skills as well. When it comes to ultimate skill duration, oh, that's what we use it. Truth Mutilate for its very long timer actually finally does have some use, so hope you enjoy the little trick. Just wanted to show it to all our viewers because I'm not a fan of, I guess, gatekeeping info. I want to make sure everyone benefits and that we're all on the same page. But on that note, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop your like, make sure to subscribe, and also make sure you support us when the program is back on the 18th. That way, you do not miss on the free codes. The next code I get as a creator is for 2,000 Essence Stones, so you do not want to miss out. But on that note, this is your Code King Zeph signing out. I'll see you in the next juicy video, of course.